But all those, that year and a half you were talking before you're cast on the reality show, you looked at your relationship as more of like, oh, this is fun. Like, this is this Nigerian rapper. He's written a song for me, right? Is that kind of what you're saying?
Well, no, because honestly, this is where the distortion comes into play. When I was talking with Usman, he was a military personnel,
Gotcha.
not entertainment, pure military.
Okay. So he was military. When, how, like, I mean, when did he become a musician? When did he become a rapper? Was that like before the show?
Yes, just small get-togethers that they do over in Nigeria. They think it's concerts for just like if you go to a venue and hear somebody perform or the local bar.
You know, watching you guys on that season, the build up, he's very romantic to you when you guys are FaceTiming. And then you arrive in Nigeria. It's funny as a viewer, right? I think, and of course, now fast forward, we know your relationship didn't work out and then he's had many more. But it was interesting. I mean, did you feel like when you saw him, like this was never going to work? Or did you, because it didn't seem like you guys were connected really from the start. Like you had moments when you were there, but it seemed like
No,
from the beginning. How did you feel? Like the first time you saw him in person, were you like, oh, maybe there's a shot? Or you were like, oh, this is a whole
no.
different
I
thing.
tried to book my first flight out back to America. Couldn't happen
Why couldn't it happen?
because of the booking and the situation. It was still COVID related. The world was just starting to shut down. And being over where you arrive, they don't have flights that go out every day international.
What was it about when you first saw him that you were like, this isn't going to work?
When I first met him, I have a thing, like I said, I do hospice care. Him and his friends smelled so bad, worse than if you were at a hog farm. And I don't do smells.
Wow. So when he met you at the airport, he reeked.
He could gag a maggot. I'm like, oh no, oh no. I pulled the producer aside, Mike, really good friend. Told him, I can't stand body odor. Nope, nope, nope. This is not going to work.
Wow. And did you got a lot of shit from fans basically for being, a lot of people thought you were mean. They thought you were insensitive to, obviously Nigeria has way different, health standards and financial issues and all these things than the United States. So have you ever watched yourself back and what was your thought of how you behaved?
I warned him that would happen on camera. He was a complete ass off camera. Well, this old lady ain't afraid to show her ass on TV. You want to act a fool? I'll be the fool on TV.
Okay, so you're like, no regrets.
None. My only regret is I should have never went. But the positive spin on this is the hundreds of thousands of followers that I have who are now like family to me. That is a positive spin because I have talked to people from all wakes of life, going through many different things in life. And I always tell them I'm only a phone call or a text away. So that is the positive spin of doing TLC.
Every season on TLC, a 90-day franchise, they always cast an older woman with a younger guy. Always. And it rarely works. Jenny and Sumit are sort of the exception. Darcy and Stacey are with younger guys. It seems to be working. But for the most part, it doesn't work. I mean, and you guys had a big age difference. He was 30, you were 52 at the time. I mean, it kind of sounds like you knew it wouldn't work anyway. But I mean, what's your take as a woman that's dated a younger guy? I mean, do you think it ever works, or do you think these younger guys always have an ulterior motive?
I believe there's always an ulterior motive. I truly do. And with that being said, once I arrived in Nigeria without cameras running, he said, do whatever you have to do on camera. I want to be bigger than Angela and Michael.
Okay, so that was his example. Angela Deem and Michael. He was
That
like,
was his ultimate goal.
wow. And by the way, are you and Angela friends? I feel like sometimes I see stories of you guys like paired. Are you two friends
Yes,
in real life?
yes.
What do you think of their relationship, by the way?
That one there, as long as she's happy, I'm happy for her. If
Is
it
there a
didn't work, if it doesn't work out, I'll still be there for her.
Angela? I mean, do you and Angela talk? She's another person. A lot, a lot has been said about her in the press, right? That she's abusive to Michael, that if a man went on camera and behaved the way she does to Michael, it would never fly. Um, Angela's daughter has gotten into a ton of trouble, served a big prison sentence for child sexual abuse. I mean, a lot of people want Angela gone, even if Angela isn't, the exact problem. Do you and Angela talk about that? Because you both had some parallels there of people calling for you guys to be fired. Do you offer her support? What's your friendship like?
I back Angela because what editing as is at its finest, because they need to make the ratings. The editing team for Sharp Entertainment and TLC are top notch.
They're good.
So they're going to spin whoever, however, to make sure that show stays up here.
So what are you saying? You're saying that a lot of times you feel like Angela doesn't get a good edit, or like she gets an edit to portray her as crazier than she is?
Yes.
And like when you and Angela talk, like do you girls, just are you like, do you even talk about the show, or do you talk about the show when you
No, actually, we don't. We just talk about everyday life, what's going on. In fact, I just talked to her this morning. She has a birthday party coming, and just everyday life things.
You famously on season 4, the big thing was having sex with Usman without a condom. Like cracks me up. Did people give you so much shit for that?
Yeah, but that never happened. That was for TV.
So you guys never had sex, actually.
No,
Okay. So that was a whole storyline that was created, and y'all never really had sex.
correct.
Okay. Now, did
I
you
told you when I first got off the plane, Sarah,
Yes.
I couldn't stand the smell. Once that odor gets in your nose, you don't get rid of it for 3 weeks.
Oh, all right. I don't know. I'm like one of those people. If I have a few drinks, suddenly my sense of smell goes, and I'd be like, oh, I mean, he's not a bad looking guy. I'd be like, all right, I'd fuck him. So I didn't know if like in a
No,
okay.
there's not enough alcohol, honey.
Wait. But was the marriage real? Was that real or was that staged for
That
you?
was real.
Okay.
That was real.
Then why, if he smelled so bad, why'd you get married to him?
Because at the same time as the other victims, let's do this for TV. Let's do this for TV. Now, before I left, I already talked to my lawyer here. As long as I got married on TV over there, I'm not married to him here. I already knew he wasn't coming to the States.
Okay, got it. Now, wait, does he really want to come to the United States or no? He just likes the fame because it helps him in Nigeria. I can never figure that part out.
Well, it's funny. I just was talking to Kira about this the other day. This has been his ultimate goal, is to become very popular in Nigeria. He's not have any desire to come to the US, but maybe for a visit. But that'll never happen. He's applied through our embassy at least 13 times from what I'm counting for a visa. Our embassy doesn't delete any of that information. So he'll never get a visa here to the United States.
Okay, you shared text messages or WhatsApp messages with me where he
Yes.
at least partially blames you for not being able to get a visa to come here. I mean, are you standing in his way? I mean, I don't know why anyone would care if because even if he's here for a visa, I mean, he's here for a certain amount of time, then he's going to go back. I mean, are you doing anything to stop him from getting a visa to come to the United States?
I can tell you very honestly, I have sat back and I have done nothing. Can I travel to the embassy and file fraud against him? Most definitely. Can I file in Nigeria if he keeps talking trash about me? Yes, I can. I will sue him.